Welcome to the Marketing Revolution Podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution Podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group. Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I am actually sitting here fucking absolutely balls deep into creating the Marketing Savage course right now. And as I'm going through it, I'm kind of looking through because I know that I got to get a podcast done for the day. And I know that I've got to get a video out there as well for the day. So as I'm actually looking through my course creation, I decided to take a little bit out of it. And I'm not going to give you everything. I'm not going to give you everything because it's very deep and very detailed. But I do want to give you enough on a very short podcast that you can actually have some very valuable information and some things that you can just add to your business structure if you're not already doing it. And from the outside looking in, the people that I see out there, most of y'all are not doing this at all. And the truth of the matter is, it's a core business concept, and it's something that most people actually need in their business, and especially if their intention is to succeed at a very high level. And what that is, that's actually the value ladder. Now, what I want you to envision for some of you guys who have not heard of the value ladder is literally steps going up a hill, one step at a time. On each one of them steps is an offer. Typically, a value ladder starts with a free offer being at the very bottom. So the very first step is a free offer. And then as the step goes up, you've got another offer. And as the offer increases, or as you go up the steps on the offer, you get more value, and you also have a price increase. Typically, what most value ladders, how they will start with a free offer, an intro, anywhere where you're giving value. Specifically, if you're giving value in exchange for contact information, in exchange for a lead. The next offer would be more of an intro offer. So not really your core offer, not the, typically your core offer is going to be the next one, but that's going to be the core offer that runs the company. Usually it's not the highest price, but it's typically, you guys can see when you go buy things online and you look at the different tiers that they have. Most of the time they'll take and have their core offer. It will have a little logo on the side or something like that that says most popular, or it'll say best value. That's usually the core offer. And a lot of times the offer that may be higher priced is not the core offer. What I actually call that is whale hunting. So you'll always have a group of clients and customers that always want the best. I mean, that's typically the way that I am. I mean, regardless, I'm probably a whale hunter's dream, because every time I buy something, I always escalate up to whatever the very best is, and I typically buy that. That's just how I am. That's the way my brain's wired. I always want the best, so in my mind, I'm always looking for that biggest, that best, that top package. That being said, a lot of people will fall somewhere in the middle. So that's exactly where you want your core offer. So this is a very it's a very basic example what I'm trying to explain to you as a value ladder, because value ladders can go multiple tiers. I mean, I've got a value ladder in every one of my business models. In fact, when I go to launch a business, one of the very first things that I do is create the value ladder. I want to understand, at what level, at what am I going to be giving away for free? At what level am I going to have some sort of intro, something for people to get in, to feel it out, to get to know, like, and trust me? And then what's my core offer? What's the one thing that I'm going to count on scaling and growing and selling a lot of this one core offer? And then what's going to be my VIP offer? Like, what's the top? What's going to be my whale hunting offer at the very top of that? And usually I can have 2 or 3 levels of like a VIP offer, 2 or 3 levels of like a whale hunting offer. And I may have a couple levels of a core offer, and I'll have multiple levels of free offers because I'm always trying to test what works. In my course, we call that creating lead magnets. And I've got some very interesting tests. I've got a few lead magnets right now that are actually going off the hook. And give you guys a quick explanation of what a lead magnet is. It's something you're giving away for free that's of value, that you know that your ideal client and customer, your avatar, just absolutely has to have it. I mean, that's the key. A good lead magnet is going to be irresistible. I mean, it literally is an exchange of the individual's contact information for something that's a free download. Or let me see here. I can go into a few lead magnets here. Let's see here. So typically, a download could be like a piece of paper, digital downloads, coupons, free checklist, reports, ebooks, videos. And for service-based companies, like I said, I'll say it again, coupons can be a good lead magnet. There's some depth that you can go into the whole coupon crowd and stuff like that, but I'm just going to leave it at that. But that being said, it's anything of value that you're willing to exchange to a prospect and their contact information. That's usually the very first level of a value ladder. Now, some of you guys who offer services and things like that, I don't want you to get confused, because you can continue offering additional services to your core service. I actually work with, I've worked with a lot of people that started out as just dent removal technicians, and we've worked to move them into shop locations where we started adding so many additional valuable services that some of the services actually took over and replaced the dent removal as being the core offer, because a lot of other services are much more scalable than the dent removal. So a lot of times, like if you got a business and you're in a service-based business, so a lot of stuff I'm talking about here, you guys are thinking online, something like that. But if you're in a service-based business, there's all kinds of things you can add in addition to your value ladder. And the crazy thing is, sometimes the value ladder will go up and down. There's that thing where they decline something that's that of higher priced. So maybe you throw in something that's even smaller than the core offer. It's almost like an upsell, downsell scenario. So there's different ways, but you've got to construct this in the back end of your business to understand how you're going to lead your prospects through the purchasing process. And a good value ladder is going to, each value is going to work off each other. So there's going to be an ascension there. So meaning that each one is connected. Like you wouldn't want to sell a drone to somebody who bought a massage chair. But if somebody bought a massage chair, maybe you would want to sell them like an additional, I don't know, like one of them fucking things you stick your foot in and the bubbles bubble up or something like that. You know what I mean? Like some sort of additional spa type treatment. You would want to sell somebody maybe a mobile massager. Like you could throw in a mobile massager that you can take with you places, something like that. You wouldn't want to try to sell somebody a massage chair. You wouldn't want to try to sell them a drone. It's two things that just don't go together. So keep that in mind. Make sure everything has good connection with each other. And then just remember that it's a test. And when you actually perfect your value ladder, you create a machine. You create a machine that as you're bringing in leads through them lead magnets, as they're coming in, you've got a certain percentage of them that will ascend up that ladder and purchase other things. And you'll get a really good understanding of exactly how that works. And then at some point, after you, sell 30, 100 products through that value ladder, you'll actually be able to establish the lifetime value of a customer, which at that point, you're going to understand exactly how much money, if you decide to do paid ads, how much money you can put towards that, and what your profit margin would look like at the end of the day if you decided to to run paid ads, things like that. So anyhow, I could go on and on. I'm getting ready. I better stop myself. I'm getting ready to start teaching my course because it's sitting here in front of me. But anyhow, y'all, I just want to drop that on you today. Just want to talk a little bit about a value ladder and be creative with it. Look, everything I tell you here is just I'm trying to get your mind moving. I'm trying to get you to go, wow, how could that work in my business model? How could that work, exactly how I'm doing this or how I'm constructing this business model? How can I implement these things that John's telling me? And I guarantee you, in every business model, there's something there. There's some sort of ascension. And if you're not offering, it just comes down to, it's like your moral obligation as a business owner to offer your clients additional value. And I always tell people, they're like, well, I don't know if anybody would buy that. I'm like, well, we'll never know if you don't fucking put it in a value ladder and offer it. I mean, the worst thing people can say is no. The worst thing somebody can say is no. And then you go back to the drawing board and you say, okay, well, why am I getting so many objections on this, on this value piece, on this offer that I'm putting together? Does it have enough value components? And I don't like to reduce price as much as I like to add more value, if that makes sense. So I'm always thinking of things like that. I'm always thinking of risk reversal, meaning I take all the risk in the transaction, take all the weight off the client's shoulder, put it on my shoulders. Things like that are ways to offer additional value that don't cost me any money. But in all honesty, it's really good to do things like that because it basically holds you accountable and makes sure that you deliver on the back end and that you actually perform. So anyhow, there I go again. I keep going off on a tangent today, guys. So anyhow, today is my first day I've been drinking energy drinks again. And today is my first day energy drink free. So I might not be completely bouncing off the walls right now because I think my body's like trying to normalize this shit. I'm doing 75 hard right now, so throwing the energy drink thing in with something that's already incredibly hard to do has been interesting. But I feel better. I feel much more level-headed, and ideally, I'm looking to stabilize my energy. Make it more stable rather than, big spikes, ups and downs, things like that. So anyhow, y'all, we appreciate you. And as usual, I'm going to see you on the next one.